Hello, guys. Welcome back to our FIFA World Cup show once again on Rep Sports. And what a night! Spain showed their masterclass by outclassing France, obviously one of the clear favorite to win the World Cup this time. Before the World Cup, we all expected that France to lift the trophy, and but I mean, no one actually expected that the Spain. Uh, I mean, the way they actually have played this World Cup so far in the group stage, because they were actually played out a draw against Cabo Verde. After that, no one actually expected that this Spain team have got the capability to defeat a team like France. But when every player of your team give more than 100% on the pitch, then of course you might manage to defeat a formidable squad like France. And what actually was done by Spain in the last night. Of course, we have already got one finalist of the FIFA World Cup, and now we are waiting for another finalist. Of course, the winner of the another semi-final between Argentina and England. Of course, we'll look forward to that game. But before that, we'll decode how actually Spain outclassed France in the first semi-final. To discuss, I have Rohanda, and hopefully we'll be joined by Shomnath as well later in this show. Rohanda, how would you describe the performance of Spain last night against France?
Well, nobody expected Spain to dominate the game like this. Yes, France could have won, Spain could have won. We all discussed about it. The game might be 50-50. Anyone, whoever plays better on the day, will go into the finals. But in this fashion, nobody perhaps thought that Spain would dominate the entirety of the match. France nowhere looked the way they have started their campaign. Mbappe was purely bottled, and the Spanish defense. One player playing in the Saudi league, another a teenager, Kubarsi, playing such mature football, right? And throughout the game, playing against perhaps one of the best attacking sides in this World Cup with Mbappe, Dembele, and of course Mikel Olise. And Mikel Olise had to be substituted in the second half. So it shows how much outclassed have Spain done to this French side. And I think perhaps this was a fantastic masterclass by De La Fuente, and perfectly executed. Spain maintained their position. We all know that Spain always loves to play positional football, but in France, on the other hand, they love to play in pace. Mbappe moves the ball forward and then chases it. It's a fast-paced team, and Spain have actually frustrated France throughout, and I think that has done the job for them. France were frustrated throughout, and even so much that Mbappe had to commit a foul to Unai Simon and get booked for that. It was that level of frustration that Spain has caused to the French side. So kudos to De La Fuente's side. Whether they face Argentina or England in the final, we have to see. But uh, rightly so, after that Cabo Verde match, we have said that Spain have much more expectations, and I think the expectations have reached their peak in the perfect phase of the tournament, and perhaps it was the opposite for the French side.
Absolutely. And one thing is clear that though we all predicted France as one of the clear favorite, but Spain actually showed everyone that this France team are yet to be tested by a formidable team like
Yes.
Spain. I mean, Spain exposed them in all the department, to be honest. And also have to give credit to every player of Spain, not only the 11 players that started on the pitch, but also who came off the bench. uh, I don't know how actually De La Fuente motivated all the footballers on the pitch, but everyone was working so hard throughout the 90 minutes, with ball or without ball. I mean, without, when the position was with France, all the players were dropping back and marking them tightly throughout the whole game. I mean, players like Lamine Yamal, the attackers, Mika Oyarzabal, then Alex Baena, even the attackers also, the way they contributed in the defense, I think they deserve enough credit. And to be honest, it's actually a bit of it's difficult for us to digest the way they actually outsmarted France actually in the semi-final. But Rwanda, do you think France lacked the plan B, or do you think they were not prepared for a situation like this where they will go a goal behind in any such situation? Because so far in this World Cup they have never faced this kind of situation.
I think the thing that you mentioned, that they were not tested in the games before. Spain faced a good challenge against Cabo Verde, and Cabo Verde was one team who have tested multiple teams in this World Cup. They have tested Argentina as well. So I think that phase for Spain was a wake up call for them that yes, if a team like Cabo Verde can stop us, the bigger teams will also have better preparations against us. And I think France did not get such a test till this match, and they have been running route on every opponent they have got. Yes, they Morocco match we thought it would be much more difficult, but yes, Morocco also not that is what to say that Morocco have done well in the recent past, but they are not the brand of the top tier teams, right? What the legacy teams, Morocco is not the legacy team, but Spain is a legacy team, have won the World Cup, have won the Euros, they have done good in the recent times, and Spain knew exactly what they were doing, and each and every player had clarity what they wanted to do in every department. Uh, and the best thing was that the team chemistry. Lamine Yamal got the penalty. Oyarzabal took the penalty. So players have respect for each other. They know what they want to do. Lamine Yamal perhaps could play a bit more pass to his teammates. He kept the ball. He has a tendency to keep the ball too much to himself. But I think the Spanish side is one formidable side, and they are they are the favorites to live the World Cup for the second time. And with all the legends present yesterday, Iker Casillas, Puyol, Sergio Ramos, and I think Xavi as
Exactly.
well, and all the World Cup winners and royal footballing, Spanish footballing royalty sitting on the pitch. I think it was a great motivation for the youngsters as well. And this Spanish side, every department played fantastically well. Kudos to Cucurella. He have been one of the most underrated players in this campaign. He have provided assists in the previous game as well. Does brilliant when it comes to clearing the ball and going up and falling back. So kudos to, and Real Madrid fans will be happy to see such a performance from Cucurella.
Absolutely, Real Madrid fans will be really elated to see such a performance of Cucurella. I mean, what a workload he has been taking throughout the World Cup so far, being a left back, and not only this World Cup. I mean, he's so far he has continued from where actually he has ended at the Euro, and Euro also we have seen the Spain team in such dominant fashion against every opponent. They actually defeated France as well in the semi-final, and in the final defeated England, and they have so far they have replicated their performance of the Euro at this World Cup. We'll talk in details about the game as well. Talking about the first goal that actually France considered, they were a bit unlucky. I mean, Lucas Digne,
Hmm.
I mean, he has been decent at this World Cup so far, but he was a bit unfortunate, because he didn't know actually that Lamine Yamal was actually, uh, pressing him close from the behind. So he took a bit time in actually making that clearance. And Lamine Yamal, we all know, is a player who has got high ceiling and has got a bright future. And again, player like Lamine Yamal actually wait for this kind of moment to pounce on, and that what actually he did. And though being a senior member of the team, Mikel Oyarzabal, he took the spot kick, and it was a brilliant penalty shot, to be honest, by Mikel Oyarzabal. Actually, he defeated full stretch Mike Magnan had no option to actually save that penalty. But what about the second goal? It shows the quintessential positional football of Spain. Dani Olmo and
Absolutely.
Pedro Porro, that link up play.
Absolutely, Rahul. Absolutely, and both the goals. Kudos to Lamine Yamal for that press that he earned that penalty. Oyarzabal, he has been one of the underrated strikers in this World Cup. I think he scored his fifth goal yesterday with that penalty, and it was a pinpoint penalty. No goalkeepers in the world could have saved that. I think it's a lesson for multiple other penalty takers as well in this World Cup who have missed multiple penalties. But Mikel Oyarzabal, he has had a great campaign so far. And talking about Lamine Yamal as well, because before we go into the second game, Lamine Yamal also it was not only that penalty that he took. On multiple occasions he burst out to that right wing. He also scored a goal which was declared as offside. It was a good goal as well. But one moment when he fell back and had a tackle on Mbappe towards the end and cleared the ball. It showed that commitment that each and every player in the team were having towards the team, right? Lamine Yamal falling back, getting that tackle right on Kylian Mbappe. Perhaps that duel after Messi and Ronaldo era that we will be seeing for the years to come, Mbappe versus Lamine Yamal, and it was great to see. And coming to the second goal, it was pinpoint. It was picturesque Spanish goal. Even if Porio did not get that ball, it would have been a foul. I think it was Danny Olmo who actually got that pass right, and he was fouled as well. It was good on the referee's part as well not to play the foul, because we have seen multiple times in this World Cup that advantage play has not been given, and the referee has pointed to a foul. It was great build-up play, and Porro, I think it was his second goal. He also scored a goal in. It was
It's
a
his
header.
second goal.
I think.
Yes,
Yeah, it was his
exactly.
second goal. The first goal was header, and this one brilliant pinpoint finish, clinical finish, and a good build-up play, because the pass that Olmo deflected for the pass, it was also from him. So it was a combination play by Porro. So kudos to the team. Every department in the team performed well to the fullest potential, and I think they will be hands-on the favorites to win the World Cup, whoever they face in the final, be it Argentina or England.
Yeah, that was a brilliant touch by actually Danny Olmo, and that 1-2 that was played between Pedro Porro and Danny Olmo helped them to get past, I think, all over two or three French
Mhm.
defenders. And what a goal actually, because Mainon, he came, off the line and covered the angle tightly, but still Pedro Porro managed to, find the back of the net. To be honest, top quality from every Spanish players on the pitch last night against France. And these are the actually we have got few visuals as well sent by our reporter Ritam Day from Madrid. You can see how the fans back home are celebrating this dominating win against France. I've got another visuals. We'll show you. You can see brilliant visuals from Madrid sent by Ritam Day. On the on
Yes, it was.
19, do you think
We
Spain
were
will
seeing
see
the
repeat of
Bengali live.
2020
We were seeing the Bangla live, Rahul, and it was great to see Ritam joining from Madrid, and the celebrations were going all night long. And why not? And getting into the World Cup final after 2010, where they won the World Cup, so it calls for celebrations. And Madrid is a city with footballing heritage. Two of the biggest clubs in the world, Atletico and Real Madrid, and we all know that Spain has been one of the better sides of the world football in recent times. Not only their World Cup win in 2010, which is 16 years back, but even in the Euros, they have done well in the recent times. So the fans have that momentum of celebrating, and they know what to do. That will you will not find that. Yes, England are a team with good footballing heritage. Their fans are passionate, but when it comes to winning trophies, they have not done it in the recent times. So I
True.
think the
Exactly.
Spain will also have that momentum going, that yes, we can do it one more time. So I think it calls for celebration, and great work by Itham as well, getting all those reactions from Madrid. It was great to see.
Absolutely electrifying atmosphere in Madrid last night, and hopefully we are going to see it again on night of 19th July, maybe the repeat of 2010 history.
I hope
Let's
not if
see
it's
what happens.
Argentina.
Sorry.
I hope not if it's Argentina in the final.
Let's see. Let's see. We'll talk about that Argentina versus England game as well. But before that, I think Spain head coach De La Fuente also deserve appreciation. A lot of appreciation actually, because after lifting the World Cup trophy in 2010, uh, I mean the story of Spain is very much similar to Germany as well. The way they have struggled at the World Cup. I think they were knocked out from the group stage in 2014. Then in 2018 and 2022 World Cup, early exit. I mean, from the knockout round of the FIFA World Cup. Of course, Spain have produced multiple talented players, but so far they have, failed to reflect that on the pitch, during the FIFA World Cup or you say Euro. They have failed to win any major tournament. But then from 2023 or 2024 after that historic Euro victory. It shows that Spain have actually addressed the flaws, that they have identified why they have actually struggled in the World Cup or the major tournament. Appointing De La Fuente actually as the head coach of the Spanish national team, I think, have been the best decision for this team. In 2024, they actually showed the whole world what they are capable of, and now they are just continuing it at this FIFA World Cup. And also in 2010 World Cup, Spain used to play tiki-taka football. Now, not that much tiki-taka. They play positional football. They like to retain the ball position, but with that, they have added fast attacking transition. And of course, one man that we need to talk about is Rodri, the heartbeat of Spain midfield. Yesterday, he recorded the most touches on the pitch. Just keep on mind one thing, that he is playing with an injury. He has decided to skip his
Yes.
surgery just because of this World Cup. After the World Cup, he will undergo that surgery before joining Manchester City for the season. So Pedri also deserves a lot of appreciation. Now we'll move into another semi-final: England versus Argentina.
Rahul, before you move
Rwanda,
into the semi-final, before you
sure.
move into the Argentina versus England game, as you were mentioning about De La Fuente, you have to know that you have to think that De La Fuente is not just a coach who just came and took the charge of the national team. He have been in the Spanish junior setup as well. He have coached the Spanish under 15 side, under 19 side for long, from since 2015. He has been in the youth system of the Spanish football, and all the youngsters have worked with him in the youth setup as well. So he knows in and outs of each and every player. He have won the La Liga for Atletico Bilbao as a player, but as a manager, he have done work with the Spanish junior side for long in different age categories, and that gives him that uh, knowledge of each and every player of what are their pros and cons are. So I think that's a very great example, a case study for coaching setup as well. We in India talk about foreign coaches and all who perhaps do not understand the pulse of the players we have. Yes, it's unfortunate that we do not have that quality of coaches here in India, but it's also important to see someone who is deeply rooted into the system. De La Fuente is a coach who has been in the grassroots of the Spanish football system. He knows the pulse of the country. He knows the pulse of the players. So I think it's a great case study as well of how a struggling team, after winning a World Cup, who have been struggling, can again rise back to the top level. So I think it's kudos to the Spanish Federation as well for showing faith, and of course Rodri, as you mentioned, playing with an injury and with such a
Absolutely.
he's a midfield powerhouse. We have done that for City as well. He will again do it for City, but for the country, when it comes to country, I think it's fabulous job done.
Absolutely, and Mikel Oyarzabal as well. I think after David Villa's dominance as a number 9 for Spain, again it's Mikel
One of the most
Oyarzabal
underrated
who was
strikers
impressed.
in this World
Exactly.
Cup.
And also is not that popular like Kylian Mbappe or say Harry
Mhm.
Kane, but still he's quietly making a mark for this for Spain actually at this World Cup. But we'll move to our another semi-final that's between Argentina and England. Rhonda, how do you see this game turning out?
It's really difficult to predict any game at this point. You will say that England are the favorites on paper, of course, but for Argentina, they have shown that that not giving up mentality on different occasions, and they know how to win a tournament from adverse situations. They have done it in the last edition against teams like Netherlands, that they conceded last goal, late moment goals, and went on to the penalties and won. They have done it in the Copa as well against Colombia. Against they have done brilliant job against multiple sides where they have been trailing even in this World Cup. They have been trailing against Egypt. Then after that, I think 76th minute they were trailing 2-0, and then after that, scoring 3 goals. That shows the character that the Argentine side have. And if you see the press conferences that these players have been giving, they are going all out. That they are saying that we will give our all for Messi. And even when the 2021 Copa America, they have been saying Rodrigo De Paul, Di Maria, and other players have been saying that we will go to war for Lionel Messi. And I think that shows the character of the team, that they want to do it for the country, they want to do it for Messi. We have been discussing this thing, the Argentine passion, in the last episode as well, where they launched their recent song, where they mentioned about the Malvinas, about Diego, about Leo, that they know how to celebrate their history, they know how to celebrate their heroes of the right. So that passion, and with the recent performances, recent championships, Argentina know how to win. For England, yes, they have been playing good. Harry Kane in great form, Jude Bellingham in great form. Uh, Other players have also been doing well. But one thing that England lacks is recent success, which Argentina have, right? And that gives a bit of psychological advantage, that they know how to get things done when the things are in adverse situation. If England have to win this match, they better do it in 90 minutes. And if it goes to extra time and penalties, Argentina will have the edge.
I think already both the teams will struggle a bit, physically, because in the last knockout, I mean in the quarterfinal, both the teams have played 120 minutes, grueling
Hmm.
encounter. So obviously that will be one factor that will impact their performance. And now again, if they have to play another 120 minutes, then obviously we all can imagine that it's going to take a toll on the physical of all the footballers in both the team. But talking about this game, I would say it's going to be a goal fest, to be honest, because the way both the teams have, there were multiple defensive frailties in both the teams' performance so far at this World Cup. Both of them have conceded goals, especially Argentina have conceded 5 goals in the knockout, and also England as well. They have conceded 2 goals against, Mexico, against Norway. They have also conceded one, and against Norway, England performance was not that extraordinary, to be honest. Of course, they have
Hmm.
managed to score 2 goals due to Jude Bellingham, but the first one was also, there's an added layer of controversy as the ball, hit the camera cable.
Hmm.
So not that impressive we have seen so far in England this World Cup. So one thing I can predict, that it's going to be an open game. It's going to be a goal fest. Every time any team concede goal, but at the same time they've also showed the resilience, the character, to come back after going behind at this World Cup. But what about Lionel Messi? I think uh, his first game against England, and also one thing is clear, that for Argentina to win any game at this World Cup, Lionel Messi, needs to contribute, because so far this team has been so much, Messi reliant.
Well, yes and no, both, because yes, on the statistics part, Messi have scored 8 goals, I think 2 assists, and both from corner kicks. So it's not that open play assist which we have seen. Two of the Messi assists have come from corner kicks, and Messi have that ability to deliver pinpoint corner kicks and pinpoint deliveries from any spot kicks. But yes, the positive side for the Argentinian side is that the other players are also have started to score. Lautaro Martinez 2 goals. Julian Alvarez scored a brilliant, perhaps the best goal, one of the best goals in this World Cup so far. And Lisandro Martinez have played well. Rodrigo De Paul is a powerhouse in midfield. He knows how to frustrate the opponents, right? And the Argentina side knows how to play physical football as well. Christian Romero has been a rock solid defender. Just think about that last man tackle that he did to Salah in the Egypt game. That could have been a sure shot goal, or and if I mean he would have been away, it would have been a red card for last man defense for Christian Romero. So he has been rock solid as well. Romero in club and Romero in country are two different players altogether. But yes, Emiliano Martinez have not been that impressive, which we have seen in the recent past. When it came to goalkeeping, the goal against Switzerland, he could have done better. The goals against Cabo Verde, he could have much have done, but the Switzerland match he could have done better. The Egypt goal, his positioning could have been better. But yes, Emiliano Martinez is a beast when it comes to penalties. So that's what I'm saying, that if England needs to win this match, they ought to finish it within the 90 minutes. And as far as Lionel Messi is concerned, it will be difficult for him physically as well, because back to back 120 minutes, it will be difficult for him as well in this phase. And Lionel Scaloni have shown us that he can plan the game around Messi, where Messi doesn't have to do much of the hard work, have to take much of the workload. He has ran the minimum amount of distance in the entire team, but he have been the most influential or most clinical finisher of the game in this World Cup, right? So the team needs to perform as a whole to get the ball to the right position, and players like Messi and Julian Alvarez and Lautaro will do their job. And when it will be an open play, I think Argentina will have an edge in open play football, and the defense need to do well, because conceding 2 goals against Cabo Verde, 2 goals against Egypt showed that the team lacked that momentum, lacked that what to say, composure. So against England, it will be difficult if they concede early, and it will be difficult to get the equalizer and get the winner.
Absolutely, and just like Argentina, how they are, reliant on Lionel Messi, England will raise their hopes on two players, not only Harry Kane, but alongside Harry Kane, Jude Bellingham as well.
Of course.
We all expect that this might be Harry Kane's World Cup. He has scored most number of goals this season, but now Jude Bellingham have also joined him in the party. Both of them have scored 6 goals, so far apiece at this World Cup. And Jude Bellingham, what a player he is! The way he turned the game against Mexico, then scored and again another brilliant brace against Norway. So of course, Jude Bellingham is another player that Argentina need to be, worry about in the semi-final. And of course, no doubt, it's going to be a mouth-watering clash between Argentina and England, and also it's going to be a tactical battle between Lionel Scaloni and Thomas Tuchel as well. Both the head coaches, because Thomas Tuchel also, after winning that Champions League, will be looking to bring another silverware. And this one going to be special, because if suppose England manage to bring it back home, then after 60 years, finally they will be able to break that curse. But before ending our show, Rohanda, your prediction for the game tonight?
It's very difficult, Rahul, to predict this game.
Exactly. But
I'll
do you think
always
it
be
will
an
go
Argentina.
into the extra time?
It might go, because Argentina have the tendency to take the game to the extra time, and I don't know why, but yes, they do have this tendency. I'll see that it will be an open game, of course, and perhaps Argentina will have that edge in the last minute, and that experience will come into play of getting things done in the tricky situations. And we can see an Argentina Spain final, where Messi will face off Lamine Yamal, and every cooler in the around the world will love that clash. Every Barcelona fan will enjoy that clash, Messi versus Lamar, if it happens.
Absolutely. So far, this World Cup, Argentina have never faced, a team ranked inside top 20. So first time
Yeah.
they will be facing a top ranked team, that is in England. So obviously they are going to face a stiff test against England. Let's see whether they can overcome England and go into the final or not. So that's it for now. What's your prediction? Let us know in the comment section below. And also stay tuned to Rev Sports for more content and stories from the FIFA World Cup. That's it for now. See you in our next show.